Scaling your law firm doesn't have to be difficult. It's all about mastering a few key strategies, systems, and mindsets. Welcome to the Scalable Law Podcast, where we talk about how you can increase profit in your pocket and time in your calendar. My name is Carolee Fontanelli, and I have successfully scaled my firm so that it doesn't solely rely on me. Now I love teaching other law firm owners how to do the same. Let's transform your business starting now. Hello, and welcome back to the Scalable Law Podcast. I am your host, Carolee Fontanelli, and it is fabulous to have you tuning on in. I have been talking to so many listeners lately. You guys have been contacting me on Instagram. You've been contacting me for strategy sessions for your law firms. You can do that through my website, www.scalablelaw.com. It is wonderful to hear from you. I absolutely love hopping on and hearing from you what your dreams and goals are with your law firms. Maybe you haven't started one yet. Maybe you have started one, but you are, wondering how to increase your revenue or your cash flow or employ your next team member, whatever it might be. I am here for a chat and here to help you with a strategy for your firm. So if you would love to hop on a call with me, absolutely feel free to do that. Head on over to scalablelaw.com and you can book yourself in for a Calendarly appointment with me. And yeah, it's just a really great time where we focus on your dreams and goals, where you want to head with your law firm in the next couple of years, and how we can actually get you there. Because I have talked to so many law firm owners, I've probably talked to 250 law firm owners. I know lots of different people out there, and they're all doing different things and they've got different dreams and goals, and it's all possible, whatever it is that you want to do. So I encourage you, if you're feeling stuck and you'd love to have a chat, hop on and let's just have a chat. It's obligation free. So you may as well do it. And let's just chew the fat on it. Anyway, today we are chewing the fat, let's call it, on digital marketing for your law firm and what works, the things that do work for your law firm. Last week, we spoke about the 7 things in your law firm that do not work, and it was a really great podcast. So if you have not heard it yet, go back and have a listen. This week, we are going to be hooking into what does work for your law firm. So let's get stuck straight on into it, because there is a lot for us to talk about today when it comes to digital marketing for your law firm. So just so that we are clear on digital marketing, it is anything digital online, any marketing delivered digitally. So email marketing, social media marketing, your website, any paid marketing, any organic marketing online. Now, there's all sorts of different digital marketing that you can do, and it does not all work. It can be really overwhelming because you do, when you start a law firm, get contacted from a lot of experts that are here to help, and they are here to take your money as well. And I have absolutely been burnt myself. I have spent a lot of money on digital marketing. I should actually add it up and work it out. But I spend currently around $70,000 or $80,000 a year, and I've been in business for more than 11 years. So you can probably add that up. Of course, I did not start at spending $70,000 or $80,000 a year, but over the years, I have spent a lot of money on wasted digital marketing, whether it be, just the wrong agency, the wrong strategy, the wrong type of digital marketing, you name it. I have done it. And there are some things that I would definitely say no to in the future. And there were some things that, I think are really valuable and work really well. So what we are going to be talking about today is your digital marketing that works. Now, let's talk about money and branding. there's digital marketing that works for now clients, and there's digital marketing that works for branding. You need to know the difference between the two as you are entering into your strategy, because you might be in a position that you need now money. So the way that I work it really in my own firm is that there's a smaller percentage for branding. So let's say 20% of effort, time, money is for branding, and 80% is for now clients. The reality is that you can have the best brand in the world and everyone can recognize you around your town, but if they are not coming to you and it's not actually working in terms of you're not getting the now clients, then it's no good. But the branding component does support the now clients. So they do work hand in hand very nicely. It's just making sure that we know that some marketing is going to work for now clients and some marketing is going to be more long term. So let's talk about what works. Now, I have got 5 things here that I really want to talk to you about that does work. And if you're coupling these things with the podcast last week, it's all going to make sense in terms of what doesn't work and what does work. So let's talk about what does work. What works is paid ads. And in particular, the paid ads that work very, very well are Google ads. These work very well for law firms, and I'll tell you why. Google ads work very well for law firms if they are done right and if you have got the strategy correct, because when a person they've got a problem and they need a lawyer, conveyancing, a criminal lawyer, a family lawyer, an estate planning lawyer, an IP lawyer, a personal injury lawyer, whatever it is, if they need a lawyer and they don't know someone or they have not been referred to someone, what are they going to do? What would you do? If you need someone in your life, if you need a gutter cleaner, or you need someone to mow your lawns, or you need someone I had someone last week come around and do a roadworthy for my car. I didn't know anyone. Who you either ask friends, and if they don't know anyone, the next thing you do is you go to Google and you type in gutter cleaner, or you type in roadworthy certificate, or you type in family lawyer, or whatever it might be. So Google AdWords absolutely works 100%. And what it does is it allows you to be in the top 3 of Google, or on the footer, or on the sidebar, or a mixture of all 3. So your visibility is there, because we can't all be on the front page of Google all the time, depending on where our demographic is, depending on what type of law we're practicing. Sometimes there's just not enough space, and it has become impossible to get on the front organically. So you can be on the front page using Google Ads. So they absolutely do work. What doesn't work when it comes to Google Ads is giving it a little try for a month or 2, not tweaking anything, and then wondering if it just isn't working for you and then quitting. That just doesn't work at all. With Google Ads, you do need to be patient, consistent. You do need to tweak them and make those changes. So for my firm, we have found a strategy that absolutely works wonders. We have a consistent flow of clients coming through the door every single week from Google Ads. I am going to Bali this week. I don't have to worry about clients coming through the door. I know that they're going to be coming through the door because I have an automated funnel on Google Ads that works very, very well. Now, my Google Ads strategy, I share with everyone inside the Scalable Business Lounge. And I also share with you the agency that I use as well, because having the right agency, because I don't want you to be doing your own Google Ads. I want you to have someone else do that for you. But having the right strategy is really, really important. And I've spent a lot of time building out my strategy, and I share that with everyone inside the Scalable Business Lounge. So if you want $1,000 a month to turn into lots of thousands of dollars a month, then come on into the Scalable Business Lounge, because I will share with you exactly how you can do that. So Google Ads definitely works. Now, there are other paid digital ads that you can do. Facebook ads works as well. It's a different strategy, but it definitely works. And also remarketing ads can work really well. Display ads work, but they work for branding rather than now clients. Whereas your Google ads are really great for your now clients because these are the people who are ready. They are already online looking, typing in, I need help with X. So that's why Google ads works so well. So next up, we are talking about what works, and what works is content marketing. Now let's talk about content marketing and what it is. Content marketing is about creating valuable content that your ideal client can resonate with. Now this valuable content can be put on various digital platforms such as social media, could be put on your own website, it could be a podcast, for example. Content marketing is really, really important these days because what it does is it allows our clients to get to know us. They get to see us as an expert in our practice area, and they can get to know, like, and trust us. Content marketing is honestly an incredible, valuable thing that you can be doing for your law firm. So in my practice, we have a podcast that comes out every single week. It's not actually me that is doing the podcast these days. I have sort of handed over to one of our senior associates. So it doesn't actually have to be you yourself on the podcast. It could be anyone in your firm. It could be videos. It could be blog articles. Either way, whatever type of content that you are creating, not only does it resonate with your clients, but it also positions you, I suppose, to be an expert, and it also helps with SEO. So if your content marketing is rich with keywords or can be transformed or transcribed into blog articles or articles for your website, then this can work as an excellent source of SEO keywords, which works well for your organic searches. So content marketing is definitely something that as a law firm you should be exploring, and you should be putting out new content every single week. Other types of content that can work in terms of your digital marketing are things like ebooks. You can use them as a lead magnet. For funnels, you could be using or creating white pages, how-to guides. You could be creating checklists, like I said before, videos, podcasts, blogs, things like that. So the question is, where do you start when it comes to your content marketing? What I recommend is that you start with one primary piece of content that you deliver every single week consistently. So that could be a podcast, a blog, or a video. I recommend either a video or a podcast because I believe that when people either see you or hear you speak, that they are able to build a greater connection with you more quickly. So definitely hone in on that if you can. And the other great thing about either a video or a podcast is that you can get them transcribed. We use our VAs to transcribe them, and then they are uploaded as articles or in content for newsletters and things like that. So we use the content repeatedly just from that one primary piece of content each week. Okay, so we have now covered off content. The next thing that works is having a really great website that has had SEO done to it so that you are now appearing on the front page of Google. If you are not on the front page of Google, you are nowhere on Google, so it would seem, because when people do searches, they really are not looking beyond that front page. So if you don't want to do advertising and you want to be on the front page, then you really do need to make sure that your website has the best performance in terms of search engine optimization so that you are appearing on that front page. Now, it can be incredibly competitive depending on what area of law you are practicing and what your geographical location is. So it is really tricky. I know on the Gold Coast, it's very hard to stay at the top spot. There are constantly people pinching that top spot all the time. And you can think that you're there and then all of a sudden you are not. But nothing beats being on the front page of Google if you can achieve it. Your website visibility is so, so important, and you are not going to be getting visitors to your website at all if you do not have visibility on your website. So SEO is something that definitely works. The difficulty is, though, is finding the right company, the right agency, or the right person, such as a VA, to be able to achieve that front page or top of front page result for you. Now, the other thing too, just to keep in mind, is that you might be on the front page for a keyword, but you might not be on the front page or anywhere to be seen on another keyword. So that's how it does work. So remember, people, have different search terms. So in family law, they might have family law and then location, or they might have I need a family lawyer, or they might have divorce lawyer. Whatever the case might be, there's probably 20 different ways of typing in that you're looking for a family lawyer or a divorce lawyer, or I'm going through a separation, or whatever it might be, child custody. There's lots of different search terms. So we have to work on all of those different search terms and not just the one. Now, SEO, there is an art to SEO. It is something that takes work, and it does take expertise, especially these days. It also takes you to have the right tools, like the right tech and tools, so that you can see what is happening in the back end of your website. I have spent so much money on SEO over the years with little to no results, or small, minimal results, and it can be really, really frustrating. But once you find the right person, that is when things can really amp up for you. So SEO is definitely something that you should be looking at to make sure that your website is appearing on the front page. Next up, what does work is social media. Social media does work. The caveat of this, though, of course, is not every social media platform is going to work for your practice area. You need to be utilizing the social media that where your clients are hanging out. If your clients are not hanging out on TikTok, do not bother with TikTok. We need to work out where your demographic is, where your ideal client is, and you need to target them on that social media platform. So you don't have to start with every social media platform under the sun. Start with the one where you believe the majority of your clients are hanging out, and go from there. And make sure as well, as I keep saying throughout this podcast and the last episode as well, is speaking to your client, speaking to their pain points and targeting that way is what's really important. I follow lots of really great lawyers online, and some of them are so awesome at hopping on stories, at hopping on reels, and also hopping on either videos or just doing posts on social media where they're speaking directly to their ideal client. And they're not doing it once a week. They're doing it relentlessly every single day, again and again and again. The other place that's really great on social media is inside groups where your ideal client is located and hanging out. I've got a particular lawyer in mind who I see shamelessly spruiking her wares in groups, and it works very, very well for her. She has built her entire practice on social media, and she's become really, really good at putting herself, her brand, and her law firm out there and sharing with people their pain points and then how she can solve their problems. It works very, very well, and she's told me that she's built the majority of her firm on social media, which I am not surprised about because of the way she's always showing up. So when it comes to your content marketing, when it comes to your social media, you do need to be showing up. And while it might not cost you anything because you're doing it yourself potentially, it is time consuming. So make sure that you are speaking to your ideal client, because it definitely doesn't work if you're doing all of that and you're not speaking to your ideal client. Next up, what works? Online reviews and reputation management. It really does work to put yourself out there and ask your clients for a Google review. It helps with SEO. It helps with that social proof. And it's incredible when you do have really great reviews on Google. And the other thing too with, your reputation management, don't be scared of getting a bad review. They might happen. And if they do, there are ways of combating it, and particularly combat it with really good reviews. So keep asking your clients. Find the best time in the legal process for you to ask them for a Google review. Not every type of practice area is going to, it's not going to be the best time to ask necessarily at the end of the matter. In family law, certainly not the best time at the end of the matter to ask for a review. So we ask for Google reviews after the first initial consultation. Whereas if you're an estate planning lawyer or a conveyancer or something like that, it might be excellent to ask them at the end of the service. So ensure that when you get your reviews that you leave comments, thank your clients for the reviews and respond to them. If you get a bad review or a poor review, there's several things that you can be doing. Again, this is something where I have an entire hour-long masterclass inside the Scalable Business Lounge talking about reviews. I share with you how you can set up an automated funnel to get Google reviews every single week. And I also share with you what to do about those negative reviews that really do ruin your day, if not longer, for a lot of people. And so I share with you how to deal with it. So hop on over to the Scalable Business Lounge where you can find those masterclasses. There's more than 40 masterclasses in there now. So today we have talked about what does work, and I've shared some top tips with you. I'm just going to quickly give you a little recap on those top tips. So the first thing that does work is paid advertising, and particularly Google ads. So if you have not tried them, it's a great place to start. Start small and go up. Again, inside the Scalable Business Lounge, we have got masterclasses from experts about Google ads and paid advertising and exactly how to get started and how to make it an investment and not an expense, which is so, so important. Number two is that content marketing really does work, and it's really about making sure that you are speaking to your ideal client and that you are consistent. Number three is website visibility work. So being on the front page of Google and SEO does work. The front page is the place to be. That's exactly where we need to be, people, because we need to be seen. And to be seen, we've got to be often doing SEO on our websites to ensure that we are on the front page. Next up is Google reviews, making sure that we are getting positive Google reviews, and that if we do get negative Google reviews, that we know what to do with them, so that it definitely works as well. So there's a whole bunch of amazing, incredible digital marketing techniques that do work for law firms. And I know that they do work because I have utilized all of these for my firm, and we convert clients every single week from each of these practices of digital marketing. So I hope that you've really enjoyed today, and I will really look forward to you popping on into scalablelaw.com. And if you do, you'll find in there that there's a free webinar on how to scale your firm without burnout. I also have links there for all sorts of amazing resources, including a free strategy session with me or one of my team. So hop on and book that free strategy session, and we will chat about how you can reach your goals in your law firm. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed today's podcast, and I'll look forward to speaking to you again real soon. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to the Scalable Law Podcast, brought to you by the Scalable Business Lounge. If you would love to know how you can get more clients without relying on referrals, head over to scalablelaw.com to watch my free masterclass. Until next time, you have got this.